So you've heard of leverage trading and you want to get into it, but you don't know where to start. Well, today I'm going to show you how to trade leverage using Blofin. Let's go. Step 1. Sign up to Blofin using the link in the show description. Take advantage of the sign up bonus, and all you need is an email address as there is no KYC. Okay, so this is the Blofin homepage. You would have signed up now in the show description. Your next step is obviously sending funds over. Once you've deposited funds, it's going to land in your funding account. Then all you need to do is click on transfer and move those funds into your futures trading account. Click on the amount you want to transfer and click confirm. And now you are ready to trade futures on Blofin. All you need to do is go to the top of the screen. You click on futures and you highlight USDT-M futures. Click on that. And now you are in the futures interface and you are ready to trade leverage. As you can see, I'm in a couple of trades already on Blofin. I just want to highlight for you guys, I typically use isolated positions on Blofin, and you want to just make sure on the right-hand side of your screen here that isolated is highlighted. This obviously limits your risk and is best suited for beginner traders as well. Okay, so we're ready to take our first trade. Let's start adjusting some leverage here. Now, I always recommend starting with as low leverage or as little risk as possible. So it's very important that you focus on your position sizing and your leverage. In this example, let's focus on a trade at a maximum of 10x leverage. So we're going to highlight 10x leverage, click OK. And what this essentially means is I'm going to use, for example, $1,000 to open a 10 times bigger position, i.e. a $10,000 position. So that is effectively trading on 10x. So in this example, we're going to click market buy, which means it's going to grab the most available order in the book. So let's click market buy. And now, as you can see, we are long BTC $10,000. And what we have used in our trading account is $1,000 of margin. If you take a look in our trade here, you can see it's represented on the screen. You've used $1,000 and you've opened a $10,000 long position. Now, the alternate option is to create a limit order. And a limit order basically is you deciding that the price is going to move into a certain area where you are looking to buy or sell it. So in this example, let's set a limit order for BTC at, say, 120,800. And our assumption here is that the price is going to come down to this area. And when the price hits the limit order, it's going to buy Bitcoin at that price. Okay, so we've got in our first market buy and we've got a limit buy waiting a little bit lower. And the idea here is we're going to be able to add to this trade once there is momentum and we break above that trend line. Now, obviously, I cover this in detail in my accelerator course where we do some advanced leverage lessons as well. There are multiple ways that you can set stop losses on Blofin. And I like to use the method where you set it directly on the screen. It helps you understand exactly what is going on. So I'm going to just show you my preferred method. So once your trade is running, as you can see, it displays it quite nicely here on the screen in front of us. You can see it shows our current position. It says TP and SL on this bar. So the first thing we can do is once we understand where we want our SL, which is our stop loss, we can literally highlight this bar, click on SL, and you can drag it down to wherever you want your stop loss. So for this example, let's drop our stop loss at 120,457. Okay, and there it is. We've now dragged and dropped, and this tells me that if we start dropping lower, it's going to cut the trade at that level, and it shows you very clearly on the screen what the size loss is going to be. So in this example, with the existing trade in play, it says we're going to lose $53 on this specific trade. Now, if we want to set a take profit, let's say we're very busy and we don't have time to watch the trade, you can do the exact same thing with your take profit. You're going to highlight TP and you're going to drag it up to wherever you want to take profit on this particular trade. For this example, let's drop it at 122,280. And as you can see to the upside now, it's preset. So when the price hits this level, it's going to automatically close your trade. And it also tells you very nicely how much profit you're going to make. So in this example, we'll make $96 if the price moves to the upside. Okay, now let's say you've changed your mind on your trade and you want to exit. Well, there are multiple ways to close your trade. I'm just going to show you the simple way that I do it. You can go down into the bottom here, go market close, and you can click close all, and that'll shut down the whole trade. So click close all, and there you go, we are done. It's now left our limit order behind. So just make sure you take off your limit order, and you can press the X and cancel that. Now let's look at a short opportunity. Let's open a short. And essentially, what is a short? Well, a short is selling a token in order to buy it back later at a lower price and profit from the loss. Okay, so let's look at a simple basic short. Now, obviously, all this TA and all the cool stuff you're going to learn on the accelerator course, but the basics of this is we are in a downtrend here on BTC, and let's say we've decided to open a short, meaning we feel that the price is going to go lower. So in this example, we're just going to double check. Are we in isolated? Yes or no? And where is our leverage? Is it as a reasonable level? And for Bitcoin, we can use 10x quite comfortably. So I'm using 10x on BTC. Let's market sell, and we're going to sell our position size of $10,000, bearing in mind that that is going to use $1,000 of margin. Okay, so we're going to click sell short, confirm, bang, and we are now in a short position. Now, once you've opened your trade, you naturally want to protect yourself and protect your risk. Now, let's set our take profit, and we can highlight a couple of zones of interest. You can see in this region over here, we might lose this candle. So this zone at 119,800 looks fairly reasonable. So let's highlight this guy. We'll push take profit. We'll drag it all the way down, and we'll drop it on that zone. And now you've preset your take profit for your short. You've locked in your stop loss to protect your risk, and you are now well on your way. Now, as you can see, we are busy scalping with 5-minute candles here on Blofin. But remember, some of my preferred trades are the much higher time frame setups that you can sit in for prolonged periods of time. Sometimes we can sit in trades for a week or 3 while we wait for them to play out. So remember, the higher time frame always gives you the bigger moves, and you'll obviously have a different risk profile when you are taking these guys on. But in terms of the size of the moves available, you can see in this Bitcoin chart, for example, if we locked in this move at the lows, we'd still be riding this trade all the way to the upside. Now, I obviously cover this daily on my trading show. You guys can watch that for tips and tricks. And naturally, we cover these types of things in Chart Hackers as well. So as you can see, we're playing with quite a tight take profit on this BTC move because we are on the 5-minute candles. But remember, if you zoom out, you can take advantage of much bigger moves. So for this example, if we cancel that take profit and we drag this down for the full move on BTC, you can see you can take advantage of much bigger returns if you play the higher timeframes. Now, guys, remember, trading leverage obviously carries a degree of risk. So it's very important that you learn how to protect yourself and that you learn to navigate your way around the charts. And remember, there are multiple trading exchanges. What I like to do personally is to have different strategies on different exchanges. And for me, Blofin, I like to run a couple of bots on this thing, and I like to have a couple of slow burners running on the Blofin platform. So guys, that was the absolute basics of trading leverage on Blofin. If you're looking for more advanced things, you can catch stuff on my show. You can join me in Hackers, or you can grab it on the accelerator course. Now, good luck out there. There's going to be tons more educational content coming your way.